At 35, she's likely divorced with at least one kid, deep in debt due to poor financial responsibility. Quite likely she has a low-key alcohol or pill problem, she's a hypochondriac, or she's obsessed with working out, trying desperately to hold on to her youth and looks as if she was ever fit and pretty to begin with. With a very high body count, she'll likely play the victim who's been used and abused by all the men she's been with, or she'll be angry at men over her own self-made problems. She might say she's looking for a nice guy to settle down with, the type of guy she wouldn't have anything to do with when she was in her prime. The only way to handle such a woman is to laugh and watch her crash and burn.
And that's why women in the 40s and 30s, they're always going to stay single, and they're going to keep asking where the good guys at. And that's why the good guys will be unavailable not to talk to you. Or matter of fact, the good guys who's in their 30s are married and have 2 beautiful children. So we don't want you. So we're good luck to say, have a nice day, be gone, Doc.
It's clear women's looks decline around 30-ish, give or take a few years. Will men still want to date or sleep with her? Sure, but she won't be able to command the same amount of attention. Plus, the men she wants aren't really checking for her. That's also a time period where a lot of ladies settle down. It's around that time when she's dating with a purpose and tired of playing games hooker, when a nice guy gets his queen. If you compare a woman who's 35 to her 25-year-old self, the younger version will be far more attractive. Plus, you factor in the youthful glow being gone, being more pessimistic, battle scars from life, and mental baggage. All of these things add up. It's like this. Let's say that before, a woman could make 100 grand annually. Now only companies are willing to employ her for 70 grand. She's going to become upset because she's worth more than that, and won't put forth the same effort at this new job. When you really think about it, women oftentimes at 30 are settling down with men that they'd never date 5 years ago. It just leads to resentment and hardships in the relationship. I think this is a big reason why so many relationships don't last. The woman isn't really attracted to the man she married. If she was making 70 grand at 25, and at 30 found a new job making 70 grand, she'd be happy. But if she went from 100 grand to 50 to 70 grand, there would be a problem. Long story short, do women's looks diminish around 30? Sure, but she'll still have tons of men who want her. But most of the time she'd never have dated those men in her prime. In this modern era, it is going to be extremely bad for women. Right now, about 63% of men are single and dateless between the ages of 18 and 29. Yet, women are having more fun than ever. A small number of men are dating most of the women. How do you think relationships will be in 10 to 15 years? A lot of these women will settle with men they never even would have looked at in their mid to early 20s. On the issue of the wall, I don't think it's so much about women hitting a wall as about men wanting to date someone with less baggage, even when they have their own. Women tend to be more vocal about their trauma or past experiences than men, so having a long story that they want to rant about is something that men tend to take into consideration. There is also the child thing. Most men that want children want it to be with someone in their early to mid-20s, and most men that are child-free don't want to be tied down until they are in their 50s. If by 30 you have kids from a previous relationship, you are a red flag, and if you don't, you are on the same boat as a lot of people younger or with more fertile years than you, so you end up with women who just aren't that desirable to men anymore, not because they became uglier in the 12 months between 29 and 30, but because there isn't a big market for what they have to offer. The Rational Male estimates that women hit the wall around age 30, but also notes that the wall is much more than just the physical. It's the conditions that accelerate or decelerate a woman's date with the wall. Single mother, acceleration. Consistent, bad personal habits, acceleration. Careerist obsessive, acceleration. Obesity, acceleration. When I say a woman has hit the wall, I mean she's at the age and condition in life where men no longer see her as desirable, especially the men she wants and thinks she deserves. Typically, at 35, she's likely divorced with at least one kid and deep in debt due to poor financial responsibility. Quite likely, she has a low-key alcohol or pill problem. She's a hypochondriac, or she's obsessed with working out, trying desperately to hold on to her youth and looks, as if she was ever fit and pretty to begin with. With a very high body count, she'll likely play the victim who's been used and abused by all the men she's been with. Or she'll be angry at men over her own self-made problems. She might say she's looking for a nice guy to settle down with, the type of guy she wouldn't have anything to do with when she was in her prime. The only way to handle such a woman is to laugh and watch her crash and burn. No man will prefer a 35-year-old woman to a 25-year-old woman. It's evolution. It's biology. Men, women, and humans in general are animals. In order to spread genes, biology has primed men's brains to be attracted to younger women. And 35 is not younger even if you're 65, because biology and evolution know, whether we do or not, that 35 is too old to be having kids. Society, manners, and customs are all just this fake overlay of bullshit that is meant to cover up the fact that we're animals and we make decisions like that. Answer this. Why do 8 out of 10 women say they won't date a man who makes less money than they do? Because evolution told them to. They seek providers. In 9 out of 10 marriages, the man makes more, and it's not because the men choose that. That's biology. Or, why do women virtually always choose taller men? Biology. We're animals, and we still make decisions like animals. Also, according to studies, the age at which men of every age find women most attractive is 20.
I am not young enough, or fertile enough, or financially stable enough to even do another round of IVF.
Oh my god, we don't give a fuck.
Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers!